Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my monkey skills. Now I'm going to be flying the Bell 407, I believe it is, in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 True to Life. It's pretty difficult, I'm not going to lie. I'm just showing you here, this is the True to Life settings. If you move literally any of these, it goes to custom. So True to Life is True to Life. Little bit of background on me. I'm a helicopter pilot for the Navy. I only have about 200 hours. I'm a relatively young and new helicopter pilot compared to, man, it's hard to get back to the resume. What the heck? Compared to some other people, so I'm not the most experienced person, but I do know one or two or three things. Now, first of all, you're probably realizing, like, wow, he has like VR and like a HOTAS and all that stuff. Yeah, the number one friend for a helicopter pilot is your eyes. You really cannot fly this, especially this one as unstable as this without your eyes. So having VR, huge advantage. If you don't have VR and a HOTAS, I will be flying it with a controller towards the end of this video, so just skip ahead if that's all you want to see. But this is what I highly recommend if you have VR and a HOTAS. It's super important and super crucial because it's going to help you pick up on the cues of like drift and your yaw just way more like efficient and faster than you can if you're just using a 2D screen. So the number one thing, as you increase power, you don't need a collective, but obviously I just have it, so I increase on this it's a HOTAS, but I'm increasing the collective, increasing the torque in a helicopter. You know, we have our anti-torque pedals, our collective, which increases the blades collectively, and our cyclic, which moves the blades in a particular part of the cycle. As I increase the collective, you're going to notice the nose wants to immediately yaw to the right. All right, so I'm stopping. As you see, you know, you're just going to want to anticipate that left pedal that you'll need. You don't want to do too much, but you're going to anticipate some left pedal and you really some like left cyclic too. But you're going to see like my inputs are like gentle. So like that. All right, so I'm just going to come back down. Once you get in control of that initial once you're like really kind of understanding that, then you're ready to move on to the next step, which is lifting. You really don't want to hang out in that zone for like too long. So with lifting, you really just kind of want to come up. You have control of that yaw, and then you come up, and then it's a dance. You're just like fighting to maintain somewhat of a stable hover, which again, if you don't have the cues of VR, even I have VR, and look, I'm drifting so much. This is I swear I was doing way better before I hit record. I'm gonna go to the helipad. Actually, there's a Coast Guard helipad over here that I'm gonna go to because it's easier when you're first learning out to go to like a helipad and do like box patterns to learn how to control your hover. So I'm just doing a full like kind of 360 here around the airport. That is something that's fun about helicopters, that you can literally just kind of do whatever you want once you're in control of it. And Tower typically wants you to stay away from the big airplanes, so they'll tell you crazy things like, you know, overfly these buildings and land, you know, on this side of the runway at this taxiway, or land present position, take off present position. Crazy stuff, but a lot of fun. Anyway, first helicopter I flew was the Bell 206. It's the Navy's TH-57 Bravo trainer. That one's pretty unstable like this one is that I'm flying in the sim. And then the second one that I flew is the 206, the version of it, the 57 Charlie, which has an automatic flight control system that is a lot more stable than the helicopter flying now is an MH-60 Sierra, so a Navy variant of a Black Hawk. So all right, I'm coming in on, I'm doing good on power. Gauges are green, caution's clean. Obviously this is a simulator, so you know, I would care about fuel and like my gauges and all that stuff a lot more in the aircraft, but this, for the sake of this video and this sim, I'm just showing you. So as I approach the spot, I want to slow down. You don't want to do these crazy, again, being a helicopter pilot, you don't want to do these crazy, like, you might have to sometimes, like if you're operating the aircraft in a more dynamic region, but there's no need for me to do these like crazy inputs. I can just control, nice controlled glide slope, come down. I obviously am sinking below my glide slope, so I need more power. But again, I've only been flying this thing for like 2 hours now, I guess, because it took me like 30 minutes to realize I was recording wrong the first time I was trying to make this video. So little short of spot, that's okay. Getting into a hover over the spot, doing a pedal turn, right pedal turn. For the sake of this video, I'm going to use this lineup because this middle of this, what is this, a 9? I'm going to back up real quick. An R? Okay, it's an R. I thought it was a 9, but it's an R. Okay, well, we're going to use this R for our training. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to want to start doing box patterns. So basically there's a couple different box patterns you could do. You could do the box pattern where you're facing this direction the whole time. So like say you pick a cardinal heading, which right now I'm heading, oh man, I'm pilot 2, like 180. So I'm heading 180, I just hold, it's a horrible box pattern. But you see what I'm saying, you just hold the box pattern the whole time. It just helps you build that, alright, so now I'm sliding left. Oop, getting a little low. This reminds me of when I first started flying. Alright. You know, just trying to maintain that 180 heading. Now sliding back. Right. Got nobody to help me call the back, so I just have to look on the bubble, the bottom of the bubble. Coming back, getting a little high, you know. And then, yeah, so that's the first box pattern, just maintaining 180. Ooh, way overshot that. Second box pattern is if you just kind of trace it, like facing it. So like this. Come on, nose right, tail left. Woo, look at that airplane. All right, and then you just trace the box pattern like this. And then turn, and then trace it like this. I'm getting like real low. Whew. Getting fast. And then turn, and then trace it like this. And then another box pattern that you can do is just try and face inside the box the whole time. So like this, a little bit of a slide, moving my nose, going a little too fast. No need to rush this. You know, precision is key. If it takes you a long time and you're slow, honestly, at the end of the day, like, being more precise is better than being fast in most cases. Unless you're like a hospital medevac and you really just need to be as fast as possible. I just landed, that's bad. But yeah, this is one where you just face the inside of the circle the whole time. And then finally, just like a normal pedal turnover spot. So I'm coming back now, coming back over the spot. Alright, and then trying to maintain, for this aircraft, probably like a 10-foot hover, but honestly depth perception sucks in Sims, so don't even really focus too much on your hover height, just you'll feel what like is too low and what like is too high or whatever. Like I'm really low, but again, depth perception sucks in a Sim, so don't worry about it too much. Also this, yeah, I haven't really looked at the cockpit too much, I've just been mostly outside, so yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna now switch to controller and give it a shot and see what we got. And hopefully this helps you. All right, so I have never played on controller before. So it has been a learning curve. Let me just tell you, controller is actually pretty difficult. I wasn't expecting it to be this difficult, but it is. And I think one of the reasons why it's so difficult is because the power applications, the power pools, are so linear. It's like A, B, it's not like a sliding scale like a throttle or a collective is. So it's like I've kind of gotten used to just tapping, and I found that kind of helps. But it's really easy to like overcorrect, over control, and add too much power. And that's what's making it like really difficult. So I'm going to use this external view just because it's easier to see, since you can't see from the cockpit. You can at least see the helicopter this way. You just want to be gentle, and tiny taps. And as you can see, I'm constantly adjusting that power so that I'm on the better side of the curve. Oops, sliding. Stop my slide. And all right, here we go. And transition to forward flight. But yeah, controller is really difficult. Kudos to you if you play on controller, because I'm telling you, this is like insanely difficult. Hopefully I don't yaw one way too much this time. Last time I just like yawed like that. What the what is that? That is not that's not real. All right. This is a good transition to forward flight. I have nose control. I have airspeed. I'm waiting till about, oh, I'm like sliding at this point. Waiting till about 50 knots. Then I'm gonna ease off the power because the faster, well, not necessarily faster, but now I'm more aerodynamic, so I can kind of ease off the power. All right, now I'm gonna work my way down. Need to maintain. I do not want to depart. Oof, nose up, increase power. Sliding and coming down. Oof. Controller's difficult. I will continue to work on that. I have a lot of respect for controller players because that was actually pretty difficult. What I just did, honestly, landing, taking off, all of it was difficult. I'm getting better at controlling the hover, so I would say that that's not as difficult as when I first started. But what is difficult is just in general, the power management, because it's such A-B binary. Like you don't have like a sliding scale because you're constantly adjusting power in an actual helicopter. So I will continue to work on that. Again, this is my first time trying it, but I'm sure we'll get better. Maybe they'll patch it, maybe they'll update it, maybe they'll make it easier. I don't know. But until then, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video.